Hey guys, welcome to Dawn Investments. Um, Today's going to be the pre or Monday pre-market watch list, going over just a few, going over just a few stocks that I'm watching this morning for swings and possible day trades. The first one is a common one we've been talking about, calling out you guys. Right now, as you can see, it's at a new bottom. And usually I say wait for it to show signs of the upward confirmation, break an EMA or something. But right now, I would say this is a fine trade due to the fact that it's finally starting to move up and D gas is actually starting to move down. But I would still wait to open and we'll see which one of these moves up, because if D gas moves up, then U gas won't move up with it. It'll actually move the opposite way. So just pay attention to both of them and don't trade maybe right at open. Just see how both of these stocks move at opening bell, and then decide to trade. Right now, I'm not trading DCAS anymore because I believe it's hit its peak, and I'm going to wait for you guys to continue going up. I have a small position in you guys already, and with recent times and everything like that, based on its technicals, I say it'll reverse soon. Just based on its previous patterns, it looks like it'll reverse. It always reverses, even when it makes new lows. So just keep an eye out for that. That's a common one, but for that, it's not a. I'll hold that overnight as well, which would be fine. The next stock I'm going over is VSTM. On this stock, it actually had was lower yesterday and like on Friday, and it had room to grow all the way up here, and it just happened to pass that pre-market. So this is definitely something to watch. It's moving on news, which is going to be fueled by hype too. As of it has some news on its leukemia treatment and some science stuff. So based on that, this stock does have potential to move, especially as a day trade. Still moving on hype. I will never swing trade, but sometimes it can work out. So I'm never going to tell anyone not to, just from my preference. But it does definitely have good news. If more news comes out during the day that bolsters the news that's already out, I will continue looking to it more. But I'm going to send an alert, some trend lines. These are some new levels. You know, we want to wait for a pullback, so below that support, and I'll be interested in it. For a day trade, DPW, this is always like a pretty interesting day trade. I wouldn't recommend swing trading this. It's just too risky. But like I said, if you're interested in swing trading it, then by all means. But based on its 10-day chart, it's been moving up, and it has some room to $5, its previous price point, like the past week. So if you're trading this, I'll send an alert if it breaks this resistance right here at 380, 377 around there, or um, or play the pullback, which is what I'll do, or play the pullback off this resistance. So wait for it to break the resistance and pull back. Let me show you on 10-day. So I'll play TPW if it breaks this resistance, showing me that it has the volume and traders it needs, and then I will wait for it to pull back to this line and then buy here. If there's the right indicators involved at the time, but this would definitely be a nice day trade for maybe like 5 to 8% as a safe trade. Looking at Tiva also has some good news. It's been moving up steadily. the past couple of days. It has some news this morning, which is also going to move it. So based on the technicals and the recent news, I would say this is a pretty good swing trade. It broke a resistance here. And because of that breaking resistance, I think it has potential to move and keep going up to its next resistance, which is about a couple percent away, like around 13% away. So this might be good for anyone looking at that. I'll just wait for, make sure it's moving during the day, and then use this and just gonna deflate it. But definitely has the volume. It usually gets the volume during the day, and it has good news. So definitely watch out for TEVA. Snapchat's nearest resistance, but Snapchat's been good swing. I've been swinging it. If you're not in Snapchat right now, we called it out earlier. But if you're not in it right now, I'll wait for it to break this resistance because it's near it. It's near 3% away, and it's not worth. I don't think the risk is worth it to trade it right now and have the potential risk of it dropping of around 13%. So I'll just wait till it breaks this or pulls back, and I think it'll break this soon over 3%. TEUM is another one I was looking at. I was looking at this based on its 180-day as a swing. I'm definitely gonna wait for this to show signs of upward momentum first. I usually trade stocks as slow, but someone asked about it, so I'm just calling it out in the video. Yeah, so me personally, I'm not gonna. I usually don't swing stocks as slow, but if you're interested in it, just wait for it to, start moving back up. And for two more stocks, the market just opened, so I'm just gonna end off with two more swings. A nice swing trade I like is BZUN. We called it out around 27, and it's up 30 now, and it's breaking EMAs, and it's been moving up very calmly, up 10% since we called it, and it has room to go around 20 more percent. So I'll watch out for this. Even as a long-term play, not only a swing trade, I have positions in this, and I'm gonna continue to hold it for some time. But of course, I have a stop loss ready and everything like that. Yeah, VSTM is moving. Well, it went below, so it's good. It's getting ready to pull back, but both of these stocks, Depot and KURA, are in the same composition. They just need volume, but in terms of patterns and previous price points, if this breaks a resistance at around like 8, this resistance around like 860 around there, it has a lot of room to grow, DEPO. So I'll wait for this to break that, and if signs of a good trade, the volume and everything, and then I may jump in for a possible swing trade, maybe for a couple days. It's moving up in the past 10 days. It's just consolidating right now, so we'll see what it does. And someone asked about KURA. It needs volume, but in terms of the stock, it had news today, which is not bad. And on a 180-day, you can see that it has room to grow and it's moving up. It bounced off its support and it has more room. So around 10%. So if you're interested in this, I definitely think this is not a bad time to get in. Get in now instead of stop loss. a tight stop under like maybe like an EMA, and be careful of any stock like this. But it just needs volume, but it has everything else. So yeah, watch out for that. It's 9:33. The market's open. It looks like you guys is coming down from where it previously was. DGAS is slowly moving out. I'll just keep an eye on this for the swings, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on the other ones that called out. If any more pop up, I'll put in the Discord. Yeah, so I'll call out more day trades and swing trades if I come across it during the day or anything like that. But as to the ones I found right now, just be smart. Don't trade anything that you're not sure of or you're not, sold on. So just, be careful with these as of everything. But yeah, thanks. That's really it. Hope you enjoyed.